Dude, the Riz people have in Africa is so wild because, and it made me think about it. But like people that have nothing are able to like embrace everything they have and like just be such a good time. And it's like, damn, like I don't care that this person is dirt poor. Like I would let them, you know, I'll let them hit. You know what I mean? Like it's so I feel like you know what it is because we're so like focused on like the material aspects of life of like what we have. Like, can I be like this high value man? Like we're just focused on the external, but we're not like looking within ourselves. Do you know what I mean?
I
Yeah, I
absolutely
think
agree.
other perspectives is really attractive to certain people because it can like help people value the things in their lives that they didn't before.
Dude, dude, it's actually so deep. I feel like the West is just like bad vibesville for sure. Like we're always
No.
trying.
What happened was you went to some other fucking country and you got major fucking tourist vibes, and because it was different than what you're used to, you think it's some like crazy fucking blah blah blah. But you'd never go to fucking live there. I'm not buying that. I don't think you'd. I
You're
don't think you'd
such a
go.
fucking liar,
I don't
bro.
think
You're
you
a
go and
liar.
live there. I don't think you go. You want your cell phones. You want your nice
I have my
fucking
cell phone.
yeah, cozy life. You want like all the fucking shit that you've got built up around you. You want buses. You want safe streets. That
Destiny.
What do
fucking
you think
first
South
world shit.
Africa is, Destiny?
Oh, did she say she went to South Africa? Oh, I misheard. Sorry.
No, I didn't. Oh my god, you guys are.
Oh, she didn't say South Africa. Yeah, fuck you.
Okay, my bad. Fuck me.
I said Sierra Leone. Okay, listen, I got a lot to unpack about that, but talking specifically about Riz and men, that let's be clear, the men were amazing. Okay, like they know how to have a good time. They don't even need to say much, but I just knew like I was safe. Like they were nice to girls. Like they love women. They love women in Africa. And like, I just feel like the thing is that I feel like y'all hate us for real in the West. You know what I mean? Like I feel like
I
when
know
it
what you
comes
mean.
to
What are you talking about?
when it comes to men,
In real
when I
life or on
talk
the
to them
internet?
in real life, I don't talk. Are y'all doing this all online? I feel we're talking about real life.
Yeah, I thought we're also talking about real life. I don't
Okay,
understand the vibe you're talking
in
about.
real life, when I go on dates, I have this like I can just feel in the air that the man is there because they wanna fuck tonight, and that like puts me. It just throws me off, right?
Well, wait, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, where are you? What country do you live in? Like normally?
In the UK, but I'm in London, which is like very similar. It's similar culture. Okay?
Chill.
Do you
Damn.
not?
Oh my god. He's racist against
And
bloggers.
it's the
Don't worry.
same. I've been on dates in America too. I've been on like it's the same. Like I feel like it's the same kind of vibe that we have generally everywhere. Destiny,
Yeah.
you think I'm talking shit?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not. I
You
don't
don't
know.
know.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
No.
I think I can
Feels a
I
little
can
sussy.
offer a middle
Sussy.
bridge here.
Sussy wussy. Why do I don't need you. I don't need a bridge.
Nah,
No, I'm
bruh,
just saying. I
like,
think it's understandable what she's saying, right? Like if she's going to another country, right? Like she's kind of primed to be looking and being more open to like the experiences of other people. Whereas in her like home country, where she's used to everything, she's gonna be a little bit more nitpicky.
Wow.
I think that's pretty easy.
Wow.
I think we can all agree on
So
that.
you're saying she's being stupid? That's what you're saying. She's being irrational.
wow. Back
No,
in
I'm
the
just
day.
saying like the experience like opens you up to more possibility.
Yeah.
I'm just saying when I go on dates in the West, I feel this urge for the man that they're there to get something out of it. When I was in Africa, I felt like the men just love women and they just want to be around you and they want to absorb like that female energy because they love women.
I think that's cope.
You think that's cope?
I think you just don't understand. Your instincts are wired differently, so you're like you fine tuned to see the horny vibes coming from American guys or Western guys, and you don't have it, you know, calibrated towards Africa.
How are you meeting these guys you're going on dates with in when you weren't in Africa?
Here it comes.
Oh, so mostly when I'm at university and you see a hot person, you do that double take. You know what I mean? Where you scout, so you're like, oh, that's a hot guy, and they'll be like, oh, hi. You do that, and then you be like, want a date? And then when you're on the date, you're just like, oh, okay, this guy has. You can just feel it. Like, no, you can just know just based on like how interested they are. Like when they realize it's not going that way, they suddenly tune out.
So you're primarily meeting them like on campus?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say maybe online dating culture definitely leans heavier towards hookups, so like maybe that could be an issue. But if you're meeting them IRL,
You know what your problem is? you need to get off Tinder. Like that shit is for nerds. I don't know what you're doing.
Me? I mean,
Yeah,
I
like
don't.
why are you trying to online date? That's
What
just
apps are you on? I'm curious. Hinge has been really good for me.
Hinge is based.
Hinge, Bumble, and Tinder.
Mm.
Okay, the last two are useless. Okay, just use Hinge and then
Well,
make sure your profile's active and just wait for people like you instead.
I'll be
I feel
waiting my
like-
whole life.
Hinge
No,
just
but-
gives like really poor vibes. Do you know what I mean? Like it just reeks of.
I
poverty.
actually.
Hinge does?
Yes, it's just ugh.
Really? I got the
Classless
opposite.
behavior. Classless.
Actually, I actually like Hinge a lot too.
Same.
Maybe it's different. I've been off it for a while.
When's the last time you were dating, Sejin?
About a year ago, year and a half. It's probably one of the last time my Hinge was active.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't believe you think that's coke. Man, that's so.
That's the biggest coke I've ever heard in my life, but you know, it's all good. We all cope in
Okay,
different
Destiny.
ways.
Okay, Destiny.
I go to these poorer countries, and the people there are so much more respectful of women. Like I've never heard that vibe. I don't want to like sound racist. I've never heard that vibe from someone in Trump's law. But like I've always heard that like
It's
Northern
respectful.
Africa, Western Africa, even Southern Europe, that like so the guys are like way more sexually aggressive, like way more like there's like you have to be careful as a woman. So the idea that you're telling me you went to fucking Sierra Leone, where like 20 years ago there were like fucking rape genocide. You're like, oh yeah, the men here are so respectful and nice and kind, and they're like super cool. Like I totally just don't believe
Okay,
it. I don't
maybe
believe
you're
it.
right.
I don't
Maybe
believe it.
Okay, listen. Okay, okay, maybe we're just the scope is wrong. The scope is wrong. We're talking about dating. What I mean is that like people generally as a whole are happier even though they have nothing. And I feel like that energy resonates so much more to the point where okay, go.
Are
I
you
think-
a Pisces? Sorry, go ahead.
I think so something that came to mind when you were talking about it that could be true in my mind is that maybe in areas where they're significantly less resource advantaged, you could have people that lay into or feel as though they have a broader spectrum of things they can lay into for finding a potential partner. So in certain places in America, I know this is true. They think that men think that the only thing that they can offer a woman to attract a partner is money, is flaunting their cash. And so maybe inside of less resource abundant areas, they might try to lean a little bit more on like being smooth, charismatic riz, maybe the way that they dress in a specific way or something like that, and they don't lean as heavily into the only thing that I have to attract women is money.
I will say
yeah.
that some of the poorer places probably feel a little bit more human if you like to go outside and do stuff, because in the West we're like on like cell phones and like glued to like our shit and we're depressed and sad and fuck all the time. That's probably true. I believe that.
I think people are generally more optimistic because when life is unbelievably miserable, you have to rely on yourself to be happy and optimistic. So I feel like,
I don't know about that one.
why? Oh my god, you always disagree with me. Like, what is your problem?
I'm curious which areas you were in Sierra Leone, because I have a feeling you're not going to like the most fucked areas where there are the miserable people. It feels like you're probably going to like college cities or.
Fucked.
Okay.
That's the whole thing. It was crazy. No, listen, I was not gallivanting in fucking hotels and beautiful, everybody treating me nice because I'm like light skinned or whatever. Like that, I was living amongst like the most abhorrent poverty I ever saw in my life. Like it was crazy.
This is something I've also heard too, and you can. Again, it's hard because I'm stereotyping from very few black experiences. I've had two different people tell me this. One was a conservative, so maybe this is not true. Actually, forget everything I was about to say. Never mind. Sorry.
No, Steve, get racist, you pussy.
I was ready.
I was going to be racist, but it had to do with African Americans, not with British black people. So it might not be the same thing.
Let me hear it because I have such a fucking bone to pick with African Americans.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Yeah, I've heard that black African Americans in the United States, that those black people, that when they visit Africa, they have like a really bad time in predominantly black areas. That those predominantly black people are super judgmental and shitty towards black African Americans that are visiting. But I've only heard that from two people. I don't know how true that is in general or not.
Yeah, well, you know why? Because
Yeah, tell
they're
me.
fucking disgustingly disrespectful. Okay, so listen here, Destiny. This is why we don't fucking like African Americans.
Okay.
Because okay, listen. I have a story. We were standing around in the road waiting for the motorcycle. Some Americans come in their car and they see us and they're like, "Oh, do you guys need a lift?" So we're like, "Okay, let's get in the car with them." Do you know what the conversation? They were like, "Oh my gosh, the kids, they stink. Why are they so skinny? Ugh, I would never get in a pool with them. They're so disgusting." I was just sitting there like, how fucking dare you talk about poverty, like starving children like that, as if you have the fucking audacity to come on here and talk about how, oh, my slavery, my racism is the worst because we had slavery in our country. Like, shut up, man. You really think that your racism is worse than everybody else because you were slaves? Like,
Damn.
fuck off, man.
Everybody really does hate
African
African American black men. Jeez. And they hate everyone else. All right.
They have American exceptionalism, but they're black. But they hate America too. They just hate themselves. They're just so full of hate that they can't embrace anything because they just hate themselves. Like, can I say some really racist shit?
Go ahead,
I'm sorry.
Annalise. Yeah.
I'm sorry to say this, but actually, no, I can't do that.
No, you made me say my shit that wasn't relevant to you, so go for it.
Oh my god, maybe I'll. I can only say this in African spaces. I feel like I'm upset.
No, you gotta say. Yeah, you really have to say it. You're in a very African space. How many black people are in here? Is it relevant?
Yeah, I was
here?
about to say there's a majority. Of
Yeah,
black people
this
in
room is 3 black people and 1 Asian guy who's an honorary black, and then me, whose name is Destiny. I'm a black woman, so this is the safest room you're ever gonna be in. Okay.
Oh, okay, my sister.
Oh man.
Someone said they wanted to say something racist to Africans. I'm African. Go for it.
Oh, Alba, hi. Okay, let's be real. Like, y'all are descendants of slaves, and y'all keep acting like that.
Oh my god.
And
The
this
Kanye West take. Let's go.
Oh.
Okay,
No,
I will say I've been around a lot of Africans, and I've never heard anything remotely close to that.
Oh, please. You guys talk about, racism. Racism is the reason we can't do anything. Oh, we can't have oh, please. Whenever we go, when Nigerians, when Ghanaians, when Saloons go to America, they fucking make it, and they black too. It's y'all psychology. Like, y'all just choose. I don't know. Like, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And then when you come to Africa, you're talking about how, oh, you had it the worst. Oh, please, you were born in the richest country in the fucking world, and we still made it. Okay, like, y'all just. It's embarrassing, really.
Slavery is a mindset.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, when Kanye West said that, like, he was spitting. I don't know why y'all
True.
roasted him for that.
Absolutely base. That's what I want to hear.
Oh my god, y'all pissed me the fuck off. Like, especially, I know it was just 2 guys, but I had a bone to pick with y'all when y'all told me that I was wrong for, like, saying we need to embrace all black people. And then, like,
hold on.
Like, okay.
Wait, who said you were wrong for needing to embrace all black people? That sounds like something nobody would take an issue with. What?
All of y'all told. I had all the girls coming and bully me. Your little pixie and straighter talking about how I was talking bullshit. Okay.
Oh wow, we're bringing all the orbiters in. Okay.
True.
No, it was true. Like, I know y'all don't remember, but I remember because that was my first time on. So it was like,
I'm so curious, Destiny. Do any other like racial or ethnic groups come onto your platform to talk about their own like inner group issues? Or is it just black?
No, but it's just because it has to do with like who I intersect more. Like the black issues didn't really start until the red pill stuff started, so it's hard to like.
You know a lot of Jews. How come they don't be coming up on here and being like, "Well, fucking Ashkenazi Jews and the Hasidic"?
Because
Jews
I don't think there's a big Jewish community like on the internet. Whereas I think, especially with the red pill stuff, there are growing black communities, especially with like the rapper podcasts, like the No Jumper people, academics, Kanye West on Twitter. Like I think more black communities are getting involved with like online stuff, and I don't know if there's like big Jewish communities or anything like that. I could be wrong, but I just don't think so.
So you feel like you're just around a lot of black folks.
Yeah, when you're like me, you just have a lot of black friends. You're in
I
black
remember I'd
communities.
come on the podcast and I just keep hearing Jews talking about Jew stuff. Like I remember Lav and Mr. Girl.
Yeah, but even they weren't like talking about they weren't really talking about Jew stuff as much, right? Like they were Jewish, but it wasn't like.
But they would mention their Jewishness. I just think it's curious. Like you do seem to be around a lot of Jewish folks. I just never hear them really talking. So, but I get what you're saying.
Abba, are you concerned about your bank account?
I find it kind of cringe that like black folks come on here so often and be like,
Oh,
these black people and these black people. I'm like, God damn, like this is like one of the weirdest avenues to hear it from. So it's one of those things. sucks. And it
Well-
puts,
Wait, real quick, Abba. At the end of your sentence, you trail off.
in a weird
Abba,
position, too.
at the end of your sentence, you trail off really hard. It's really hard to hear you. I don't know if that's a mic thing or a voice thing, but
It might be a mic thing, but
Okay.
it puts you in a weird position too, because you're like this. I think No Jumper has the same thing, where it's like you just have this white dude running this platform with the black folks come on and argue, and it looks really cringy.
like the
And then
plantation.
sometimes
Yeah.
they appeal to you, and they're like, "Steven, what do you think about the fact that black men suck?" And I'm like, "Bro, if you talk right now, you just look weird."
Sure, but I think unironically, it is like a weird black community thing, because I had the same thing where I had a one-on-one red pill debate with the Angry Man. Did you see that? And somehow it involves him dragging on 2 other black people to fight with me over red pill stuff. But then it becomes we're going to start trashing the fuck out of black women conversation. And I'm like, why are you doing this in front of me? Like, it's got to feel so bad. Like, imagine you're like a black woman and you watch 3 black men talk to my like 80% white audience about how fucking dog shit black women are. I was like, damn, like, what the fuck? Yeah, but I think it's, like I said, I think it's because those black communities are moving more online than you see. Like, there's not like big like Mexican communities or Jewish communities like fighting and shit online and everything. Yeah.
No, they do. They just do it. They do it in Spanish, so you'll never.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
You know what? We're just always fighting, and it's just fun to fight. And you just have a really good platform to say whatever you want. You know what I mean?
Well, not whatever. I mean, we gotta be chill here, okay? Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we can be chill, but like, you really can't do that in a lot of less spaces. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so
I think.
what-
Well, do you
what-
understand
so-
what Abba was like getting at with that comment, though?
I don't like that he said cringe. Like, that's a very loaded word.
Well, it's
You
not.
think cringe is a loaded word? That is the perfect word to describe you coming on here and like shitting on.
Oh, please. I didn't come here to shit on black people. I came to talk about what Sajin was talking about. Like, I don't know. Y'all escalated it to that.
Okay. So let me reframe. I think it's just very cringe that you came on this platform, talk about other stuff, and then eventually you started just being like, Black Americans are fucking still slaves in their mom. Like,
No, but it was segueing a bit of like what we talked about before,
that's fair. That's fair.
and you weren't there, so it wasn't like just out of the blue. Like,
Yeah, jeez. Another black guy
Gee,
coming on to
Abba.
just fucking start shit with a beautiful black queen.
why are you trying to gatekeep Destiny's stream? Like, you have to be the only black person.
I'm just kidding. No, don't. Okay, let's.
I'm joking. Like, y'all take it so seriously. Like, y'all need to chill.
True. What have you been up to, Abba? How's life going?
Oh no, y'all can keep this conversation going. I just came in to say that little comment. We don't have to change.
Oh,
the
sure.
topic.
Well, yeah. Well, I was just curious. You can just give
You
us
got
a
beef
quick.
with Black Americans? Get it off your chest, girl.
You can just give us a quick update on what are you up to. How's life?
Why are you trying to change the subject, Destiny?
I'm
You
not.
can-
Okay,
you
fine.
feel-
Fuck it. Yeah, tell us how you really
Yeah,
feel,
go ahead. What do you
Anna
want to say more
Felicia.
about Black Americans, what's wrong with them?
Okay, well, firstly, when you guys go on dates, you're not as fun as the poor people of West Africa. That's your number one problem.
Oh, please. They weren't poor.
Didn't you say it was some of
UK,
the
right? Where does she
most
live? Where does
destitute
she live
you've ever
again?
seen?
Where does Annalicia live?
Felicia, she went to Sierra Leone and she loved it because the people there were so much nicer and more respectful of women.
Felicia. What's her name?
Well, I'm mixing.
Alicia and Annalicia. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild. I'm not gonna lie. So, okay, and so where do you live now?
In London.
You live in London. Okay, you're in the UK. You feel
But
like
actually,
you feel
I
like,
will
you
say-
feel, you feel like the black men in London are great.
I will say the black men in America were better, actually. I would say.
Wait, what? I thought you just said they were fucking horrible.
In comparison, but I'm like, it's the bar is the floor, my dude. But like, if we was a
you just shot on like American folks so hard, but you're saying what the African men in the UK aren't doing it for you?
no, that was a different topic. I was talking about them being disrespectful to in Africa about African children. Like, I'm talking about like them thinking that like their racism is the most important and like the worst, and it's
Okay,
It's
so
just-
once you
yeah.
get past their
Victim
quote-unquote
complex.
victim mentality,
Yeah.
you think they're
Yeah.
better men in some ways.
oh yeah, y'all are so much better. Y'all are so much. Okay, now you got me flipping sides, bro. Like, yeah, African American men are probably the best.
What is that? Am I
Oh
getting
my-
am I
I'll
getting
take it.
gaslit in this conversation? I'm so lost right now.
Because they're still gonna like hold the door for you, and they're gonna do all it. Like they're still on their like trad shit, you know.
Uh-huh.
But like, but African men are number one.
Well, the men in London are Africans, most of them. A good portion of them, actually.
It depends if they're like in a, you know, like if they're into their culture or if they're into like the British leftist shit where it's like they're all like red pilled and shit.
So you just feel like it's not black British men. It's just British people in general. British men are trash. Is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Gotcha.
That's why I'm probably gonna move to America just because I don't think my person is gonna be here. Like this is just bad vibesville for sure.
Yeah, you're gonna
like,
find yourself a good victim in America. Today.
Oh, a victim? Well, you think I'm abusive or something?
No, I meant like they have a victim mentality. Like you know, all black Americans, they like slavery and stuff, right?
Child, oh, you're so right. No, I'll find a nice Nigerian man in America.
Word.
That's it. I'm sorry. I really had to get it off my chest because it was all just encompassing, annoying me how like you guys don't embrace Africa, but then we'll say that Africa doesn't embrace you. Like it's both ways. And like I was coming off aggressive, but like that's just how I am. Like I'm not trying to like.
Who are you talking to?
Tear you down.
Talking to you, irrelevant.
Yeah,
I'm not irrelevant.
Here.
Oh, see, if that was me, I would have gotten in big trouble for that. Fuck you guys.
Listen, I'm just I don't know. This is just weird. I don't know how it always comes back to like the
race.
black infighting.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. You guys are the ones doing this.
It was you were talking about.
Do you feel better now, having said everything that you wanted to say about Black Americans?
I do, but like it did derail. We were talking about red pill shit.
No, we were talking about irrelevant dating life.
It's kind of like red.
Okay,
pill.
I went
To be
from
fair, to
talking
be
about
fair.
all relevance, misogyny, or incel arc, sorry, and to talking about dating, and then I brought up the idea of you should try to incorporate people that like travel into your interest in other people's personal experiences, and then we got to this, ish.
I do just think like dating experience. It really depends on where your mind is. Like if you are going in there pessimistic, thinking it's not going to work for you, then it's not going to work for you. Like people can feel your energy. People need to understand that. What?
You were saying kind of the opposite earlier. Remember when Steven and Fourth Thought were telling you like you probably are just more critical because you're used to the type of riz from where you're from, and so you don't really see it when you go to other places. Isn't that kind of what you're saying right now?
No. I was saying that
Dumbass.
I feel like people here, they're so focused on trying to get it right. Yeah, they're too focused on they're already pessimistic going in. That's what I'm saying, and that's their problem. Like you can feel the bad vibes, and that just people don't want to have fun. They're just too serious. Like y'all talk about red pill stuff all day. Like just go out and have fun and fuck around and find out. You know, I think people are too scared of like. I do feel bad for men because it's like. If you get it wrong, you're a creep and this and that. So I suppose there's like a lot of things going on in your
that
head.
disclaimer. You were about to turn me into like an actual incel listening to this. Oh my god.
What do you mean?
What do you mean by that?
Just go out and have fun, and you'll fuck around and find out. And they're just the right person. You'll just meet them. You just have to have good vibes. I'm actually like, I feel myself becoming black pilled listening to this.
Really?
I want to die.
Really? Wow.
Really?
Wow.
Well, maybe it's because you're ugly. I don't know. So,
Yo, unironically, she's probably right.
Oh.
all right. Well,
I feel good about myself.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Well, that's good. Well, I hope y'all keep the good vibes and have a happy life. I'll let you know.
Thank you.
Appreciate
All right.
Have a good one.
Be careful.
Bye.
Appreciate all that positivity. That was wonderful.